Hey, welcome back. So I thought in this episode I'd give you a peek into what goes on pre-season. Now, the usual rules apply. Anytime you hear COVID, quarantine, any of that stuff, you take a shot. So, moving right along. What has been happening during the off-season, end of last year? Well, not much, because we went into a lockdown here in Barbados from like January. So we're kind of now just starting to come out of it, but not a lot of places are open as yet. So there's really not much we can do. I have 3 goals for pre-season before the season starts. First thing is I have a poly bush kit, so bushings need to change. Second thing is I need to change my seating position. And the third thing is I want to put it on the dyno. So I just want to see where is the best place in the rev range that I need to be driving this car to get the most out of it. All the BIM Cup cars had to get their ECUs sent away. This was just before lockdown started. And that was to ensure that everybody had the same program on the ECU and the units would actually be sealed. So you can tell then if you tampered with it, because these are not the type of units that you can plug in a USB and program it. You need to physically go in there and change the chips. So we managed to get those back yesterday. So got mine put in, the car starts, which is a good thing. And I brought it home. So it is home here with me, because I figured I should be able to do some stuff on my own. Item 1 is the polybush kit. Oh, that is something that's a bit beyond my scope here at home. So that was done when the car was back at Guava Tech. So before you go calling the COVID monitoring unit for Guava Tech, this was done at his compound on his curtilage. That's an inside joke for Barbados. By the way, 2 words I've learned during COVID is curtilage and comorbidity. So you learn something. Anyway, so back to Guava Tech. Car was at Guava Tech. They did the installation of the bushings for me. So like I said, I finally get back the ECU, put it in, drove the car here so that I can work on the seating position myself. I got some basic tools here to be able to do it. So I'm here at the alignment place. I have to wait outside, COVID and all that. I just want to say, whoever put AC in a rally car, you the man. This helps so much when you're waiting outside in the hot sun. Now regarding the seating position, so my main man Matt advised me that it looks as though I am sitting a bit too far back and that I need to just bring my seat a little bit closer, and that will help with the seating position and the drivability. So that is my plan when the car is here by me, to work on that. It's another day, and today is the day that I'm going to start working on the seat. Now, I mentioned before, seating position. Easiest thing to do is just move the seat, but I can't really do that because if we look down here, the seat bracket is already about to touch the tunnel, and also here it's pretty much touching the fire extinguisher. So what I'll probably end up doing is just hacking off a little bit so that I can bring this forward, and I'm going to taper this so that when it comes forward it should not touch the extinguisher. I'm trying to bring it forward 1 notch, maybe 2. Probably can't bring it forward 2 because this here, which is the bar that holds the lap belt underneath, if I bring that forward anymore, that will touch this seat mounting of the chassis. So lots to think about. Anyway, I think the first step though is to remove the seat. Those three are easy. It's the one in the back. It's a pain in the ass. If you think it's a pain in the ass to get out, pain in the ass to get back in. Oops. Seat out. That's the easy part. So that is the original, this is the original bolt slot here. So I'm just going to try going back one instead of two. It's just going to rest on the back mounts, but it should be stable enough for me to at least sit in it and try a thing. Get in gingerly. Oh yes, so I think one notch forward is pretty darn good. Let me just gas pedal, but clutch pedal is all the way down, and I still have some bend in my leg. Steering feels nice and close. You can modify the steering column and drop it, but I don't think I need to. Not at this point. I think coming forward one more might be a little too much. And well, I can't because now the seat is touching the tunnel. Yep, so this is it for me, without having to get something else fabricated to clear everything. So here's where it shall be. And here is where now this becomes a royal pain in the ass. Just for that back left bolt. I have to pre-insert the bolt, that's a problem. As usual, wrong hole. Actually was not too bad. I think, yeah, that actually wasn't bad at all. Alright, so yeah, I think I'm done. Outside is hot as shite. I'm gonna go inside and do
some work. Got a meeting now. So we'll continue this later.
This evening is dyno evening. Let's see how this goes. We're gonna do one pull with AC on just for shits and giggles, really. So let's talk a little bit about the dyno visit. So I did 3 pulls, and one of them was with the AC on, just for fun. Just for science, really, because I wanted to see how much you would lose by having the AC on, because there are a couple times at Vaucluse especially where I did a lap and didn't realize that I hadn't turned off the AC. Anyway, strangely enough, AC cost me 1 horsepower. 1. But I suspect that is because when the car is under load, the AC, I'm not a car person, so I want to say the AC does not AC when the car is under load. Yeah, because I wouldn't notice it until when it was finished and driving back in the pits, and I realized, oh shoot, the car is getting cold. So yeah. Also, I was kind of kicking myself in the foot beforehand because I realized that, you know, I didn't do a dyno run before the ECU was reflashed and sealed, which was kind of shitty on my part. But anyway, luckily for me, the previous owner had been to the same dyno before, so we were able to overlay his on top of mine. And I noticed that mine, while it has a slightly better torque curve, is lower in horsepower. So pretty much everywhere it was lower by 4 horsepower, and 4 is a lot in these standard cars. So then it begs the question, did it lose 4 horsepower over 4 years, or is it something to do with the ECU? I don't know, but you know, we now got to work with what we have. And also, and then you know, looking at the torque and horsepower bands of the dyno, looks as though the peak is around 6,700 RPM. So then I went and had a look at the dashboard, and just to make sure that we have, yeah, the red line is about 62. There's like a warning, and then the hard red line at 65. So that's representative of what's on the dashboard, which is cool, because what I had found too previously was that red line was like a mere suggestion. You could go to 7 before the limiter was kicking in, whereas with this it isn't. So obviously they have changed slightly what was there before, and it's good that all of us are now on the same page, so we'll see how it goes. So yeah, we are starting to open up in Barbados now, thank goodness. Practice sessions should be happening shortly, and hopefully that means I can look a lot less in a caveman like I do now. Anyway, thank you for making it this far into the video. So like and subscribe, and drop a comment, let me know what's up. See y'all later.